Number 9, a certain isotope. Okay, so we're talking about a very specific atom. Okay, one atom here. A certain isotope contains 53 protons, 78 neutrons, and 54 electrons. Before you start trying to do stuff with those numbers, read the questions. Yeah, I noticed a lot of students trying to immediately come up with things like, explanations for why the number of electrons is different from the number of protons, how the number of electrons relates to the number of neutrons. That's stuff that we're not concerned with right now. Okay? We're not concerned with because we're being asked, what is the atomic number? Well, the atomic number is the number of protons. So the atomic number is 53. I don't even know what element this is, but I do know that it's atomic number 53 because I was told that there are 53 protons. What is the mass number of this atom? Well, remember, mass number is equal to the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. And so if we have the number of protons and the number of neutrons, we can simply add those two things together for 53 plus 78. Now you could do that in your head, or you can use a calculator. That ends up being 131. So what's the mass number of this specific atom? 131. Now, what I don't want you guys to do is fall into the trap of going to the periodic table and trying to find the mass number on the periodic table. It is not there. Remember that number that looks like a mass on the bottom of each box is actually the average atomic mass. An average atomic mass is taking into consideration all the different types of an atom, right? All the different types of isotopes. Number 9 is asking about a certain isotope, a specific atom, one atom. Only one atom. Not enough to make an average. Not enough to make an average. So we are not looking at the periodic table and average atomic mass for this number. We are trying to calculate the mass number based on the number of protons and the number of neutrons. C. What is the name of this element? Well, all I need to do is look for number 53, and I see that it is I. And I stands for iodine. All right, number 53 is iodine. Doesn't matter what the mass number is. Doesn't matter how many electrons there are. The identity of an atom is defined by the number of protons in its nucleus. There are 53 protons in the nucleus, so that makes it iodine. Enough said. D, identify two other elements that are in the same group as this element. So we go back and we find iodine again. And so we're talking about groups here, right? Not horizontal rows, but vertical groups. And the question has me trying to list two more elements that are in this group. Okay, so I can pick any of these elements here. I actually have 4 different choices. Now I don't need to write 4. I only need to provide 2, but you have 4 different choices here. So you could write fluorine. You could write chlorine. You could write bromine. And you could write astatine. Any of these are legitimate options. Now you only need 2. Okay, you only need 2, but these are your 4 choices.